Opus Pro has just released the 3.0 version of Opus Clip, and we have a bunch of new features to get into. So let's get on with it. All right, first up, let's talk about the genre-specific curation model. Now, obviously, since different types of videos have different viral moments, then Opus has actually changed their approach to curating the video that you paste into their tool. So now you can actually specify the specific genre that matches your video by choosing the type of video, whether it be a Q&A, a vlog, an article, a webinar, or an informative entertainment show like this. Opus's new creation algorithm will adjust its approach to better suit that video genre. What the hell does all that mean? Let's paste one of my videos in and let's see if it makes a difference. All right, so here I am in Opus. I'm going to test out this genre-specific setting first of all. I'm going to paste my video in here. This is one I did a while ago about Descript and this creepy AI connection thing with your eyes. Anyway, enough about that. So it's 6 minutes long. And down here is where you're going to select the genre for that video. Now, as you can see, all these features are currently in beta. So Auto is basically just going to read and make its own decision, but I'm going to select one from here. So this is more like, I would say, a product review. It fits into that genre. It is a product. I'm reviewing this for Descript. Well, not for Descript, I'm reviewing it. So let's take a look. Preferred clip length. I'll just do between 30 and 60 seconds for now. Keep it under the thing for shorts. I'm not going to put any filler keywords in there. All right, let's get a clip. It's going to go away, chug away. Let's come back when it's done. All right, so it's worked its magic. Let's click on this. Now, the only really way to see if there's a difference is to run the same video again through the algorithm and choose a different genre. I might choose comedy this time just to see what it does. We'll go on to the different virality scores and things later, but it's created obviously the clips that I asked for as it would normally do. And incidentally, the time it took to render and process this video was a lot quicker. So what I'll do is let's go back to the home page. Let's paste in the same video and select a different genre. All right, so here I am again. Let's paste in this video. It's the same video, wasting my minutes to do this testing, but that's okay. I will select a different genre of video. So before I did a product review, now let's do something around, let's make it a comedy just for giggles and see actually what it does. I'll select less than, well, I'll do between 30 and 60 seconds again, just like I did before. And let's clip away. I'll come back when it's done. All right, so I've got them now side by side. This was the first one that we created based on the actual how-to genre. And then this one is the one that it's just finished, which is all about a comedy genre. So I'm not 100% sure what the difference is here in terms of what it thinks it's trying to pull from the videos. I noticed that obviously the main description is different in terms of hook, and we'll get onto that in a second. And obviously the title is different as well. So let's just take a look at what it did here. Like the beginning of the video effectively catches the audience attention by mentioning a change in eye color. All right, and then in the one that is the right genre, the beginning of the video effectively catches the audience attention by mentioning the new eye color. So what's the difference? I mean, the hook is the same in terms of what it thinks the hook of the video is. But obviously it's just created a different clip as part of that. So how effective is this genre setting? I'm not sure. I guess I was expecting it to pull out different parts of the video, give it a different hook and things. Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe you can tell me if you've had any success with playing with different genres for your videos. Does it make things better in terms of the virality and what it's clipping? But I'm not 100% convinced that there's much difference between those genres right now. All it's done is select a different part of the clip. I mean, this second video here for the comedy genre is the first video that it picked for the how-to genre. Not sure. Who knows? Let's get on to the next topic then. Another big update in version 3 is the upgraded Virality Score. Now, I never really trusted the previous scores. In fact, I didn't really understand them. You know, it gave a percentage of how well your video was going to go viral, but it looks like they've actually upgraded their AI Virality Score, I can't even say that, to include more dimensions. So now this includes hook, flow, engagement, and trend to help you better understand your video performance. Let's take a look at what that actually means and what the descriptions are for each of these specific dimensions. Next up is the virality score, or the virability, I can't say that word, but basically how good your video is going to perform when you post it on your socials. So let's take a look at the video that I've already created here. If you remember in the previous version, they had this virality score, so 99 out of 100. And that was really the likelihood this video would go viral on TikTok and Reels. I used to take this score with a pinch of salt. It didn't really mean anything to me. I mean, you can post these videos. You're not expecting to post this video with a 99 out of 100 score and expect it to go viral. I mean, that's not realistic. So what they've done instead, I think they've had some negative feedback regarding this particular score and decided to make things a little bit simpler with regards to 4 main categories now. So you've got hook, flow, engagement, and trend. We'll go through these real quick. So hook is basically, is your video going to catch the audience's attention? And if so, how quickly is it going to do that? As we know, videos now on YouTube and everywhere else, you've got maybe between 3 and 8 seconds before somebody will skip by your video. So having a decent hook on the video is really important. And apparently this one is a score A for hook. I think it's A, B, C is the scoring mechanism. The flow is whether there's a logical content flow within the video itself. Is it paced well? Does it flow well with regards to what you're trying to describe? So for this particular one, I've got an A-. It's like being back at school. And then for engagement, what value is it giving your audience with regards to explaining the particular content? So is it engaging? Does it show value? Is it going to keep the audience's attention? I got an A for that. Hurrah! And for trend, does it align with current trends that are out there? Now, I'm not sure where it's getting this information from. It might be looking at what other people are posting, what other people are using. Not sure how your data is being stored here and how it's being used to enhance and learn the algorithm. But that apparently has got an A as well. So I'll be interested to post this video and see what happens. But the point is, again, not sure if you can take these scores at face value. I personally wouldn't, but it's just interesting to see what summary it's giving you based on the respective points that it's trying to highlight. Interesting, not sure how much emphasis and weight you should give this, but you know, 4 A's for a video, not bad. Let's move on to the next topic. Another super duper feature from Opus is now you can actually take your long form videos and just add captions without clipping it, snipping it, and cutting it up. That means you can just use Opus to add captions in any of the template styles to any length of video. Amazing. All right, so the next feature is creating captions for any video without having to clip it into smaller chunks. So I'm going to paste a video that I created some time ago, which is about Opus AI back in the day. And down here at the bottom, you can see only add caption without clipping, which is simply that. So if I turn on this feature, you can see now that I've got the option to just create this video with captions. It says currently we don't support the addition of AI B-rolls to videos longer than 3 minutes. So anything less than 3 minutes, you can add your AI B-roll feature, which we'll talk about in a sec. But we're also continuing to work on enhancing framing and so on. So I can actually, reduce the size of this video if I want. So just for the sake of this, I'm just going to make it very short, probably make it 46 seconds, save myself some minutes, and let's just get the clips with 1 click. So this will just create the captions for me to this single video. And let's see what it looks like. Back in a moment. Alrighty then, it's done its thing. Let's click on the video. So remember, this was just to create captions just for the video. I'll just play it through. As you can see, it's me talking about Opus back in the day. So thanks to those guys. about a new groundbreaking. Now, it's created captions for me just for this video, not clipped anything, so it's kept whatever length that I've told it to keep. In this case, it was just around sort of 4 minutes, but you can go in and edit stuff as well. So let's go into the design. And within here, let me just move this over a tad so you can see it. Okay, so in here, you can change a few things now with this sort of new update. You can change the style of the video, so you can do a portrait. I can make this landscape video if you want, in keeping with the video that I posted in there, so specifically for YouTube. If I wanted to then repurpose this back into YouTube, make it square. So the aspect ratio, keeping it for Instagram. So that's pretty cool. I'll keep it at portrait at the moment. Then you can also do some layout preferences, as we've seen before with the editor. So you can fill the screen, you can split it, and so on if you have 2 guests, and so on like that. Now you can actually generate B-roll with some stock. We'll come on to that one in a moment. And then I can change obviously the style of my captions, just as I did before. So I like the fact that you can change this, and you can also change the layout of that as well, which is pretty cool, specifically if you're repurposing it for Instagram and others. Let's just have a quick look what else there is. You can do the underline, box, pop, all different ways of now creating the captions and changing the style of them and change the colors as you would be able to do before. So a little bit more customizable in this sort of layout, which is cool. Then you can obviously go and save and compile. I'm not going to do that for now. I'm just going to come out of that. So that is using OPUS Clip just to create a caption-based video without having to clip it up and chop it up. Let's take a look at the next feature. One other interesting update to version 3 is this new AI B-roll generator. So it's going to allow you to do text to video prompts and add additional B-roll to your videos. So if you're searching for something to enhance your clip, to make it a bit more relevant, then this AI B-roll generator could be very useful. Now, it's still in beta and there's a few things that isn't working 100%. What's interesting is it's going to get these B-roll images from sites that are copyright free, or so they say. So I'm hoping that that's just going to be the case, where you can use your text to video prompts and get some AI generated B-roll. So let's have a quick look, see how it works, see whether it does work, and see what it comes up with. Our next feature is AI and B-roll generation. So OPUS will now generate B-roll in your clips automatically, and let's try it. So let's go into this video about OPUS AI. And if you remember, this is the video that I created just with captions only. It wasn't clipped in any way, but you still can edit that and generate B-roll within it. So let's go into edit clip down here. And you've got a couple of options. The caption is the same as before, so you can edit and change and correct any spelling mistakes and things within your captions, but we're going to go into the design tab here. As I mentioned before, we've got portrait, landscape, square, things like that, where you can change the format of that. And as soon as you do that, it obviously asks you to save and compile. So let's generate this in a widescreen just for giggles. And then down at the bottom here, you'll see that you've got this option to generate B-rolls. Now with stock images, or with AI. If you click on the AI feature, it's not available to me right now, so I've got to join the waitlist. And this is the text to video prompting that you can do, similar to Midjourney and things, now in OPUS. Hopefully, once I'm given permission to do that, I'll have a play with it and let you know. But for now, we have to make do with stock. Now, as I said before, this stock imagery is supposed to be copyright free, so I'm just going to toggle this little slider here, enable it, and let it chug away. Now, it might take a few moments to do that. As soon as it's done, we'll come back. All right, that didn't take too long at all. It probably took around 15 seconds. So as you can see down here, it's generated some B-roll. So let's play this through and see what it's added. Hi everybody, and welcome to a new video. Yesterday, I found out from Mr. Camera Junkie and Doc Rock, so thanks to those guys, about a new groundbreaking AI app that will basically take long-form content and automatically create vertical clip-based content with one click of the button. OPUS Clip is currently free, but that may change as it gets more popular, but it's really simple and easy to use. Let's take a look at it. Interesting. So here is the website. You go to opus.pro and you have a area where you can basically paste in your YouTube video that you want to create the smaller clips from. As it says here, 1 long video, 10 viral clips. In my experience. All right, so some questionable choices on the stock footage it's decided to put in there. Okay, I can see what it was trying to do here, and it's obviously based on what you're saying, of course. So popular and free, so obviously people are running and there's lots of people there, which makes it popular. And then yeah, if you have so interesting. Now the question is, can you actually edit and get rid of this clip? I don't know whether you can get rid of the clip. Let's go into video editing. Yes, that's video editing. So yeah, you over each area here on the left, if you click on the point where it says, so obviously this has come from Pixels and it's technology. That's the sort of keyword that it's used. On this one here, it's user friendly. Okay. And on this one, it's video editing. Not sure what that relevance is for video editing. And then the last clip is all about viral clips. So let's see if we can regenerate this one. I don't really like this one, so I can delete it. But what if I do a search on video editing? It's going to give me all these options to go and populate it with something that's a bit more meaningful. So let's say I want to use this one instead. So it's automatically added this clip over the one here, which is great. And then let's say user friendly. Let's do another search in here. So it's giving you some options, very quick and easy to be able to search through all the stock images that are royalty free and then populate the originally created AI B-roll on here. Well, not AI, but just B-roll in general. So user friendly. Yeah, it's a difficult one, actually, user-friendly. But anyway, let's say we don't want that at all. We'll just delete that one from there. And I think that's it. I don't think you can actually go in then and re-add the B-roll video. I'm just checking whether there is another setting for that. But I think that's it. And then obviously you save and compile, and then you've just created your video based on adding B-roll. Interesting concept. It could save a little bit of time instead of putting it into Descript or other video editors and giving you some choices and options. But yeah, that's an interesting feature. Needs a bit of work, but at least it's early stages, right? So instead of using ChatGPT to create titles and descriptions for your videos, Opus has now made some updates to their software that allow you to make new video titles based on a number of different ways. So you can say whether your video is meant to be funny, serious, interesting, or question-based. So this means you can change the names of your videos to make them more relevant to your viewers and to get their attention. So let's try this with one of mine, and I'll change a few things and see what it comes up with. So now let's take a look at the new social post generator that they've enhanced here. So let's click on, let's just click on this other video that I created. So this was a live stream, and right now it's giving me a number of different titles that I can use when I post. And if you remember, when you generate these clips on Opus, it's going to automatically create these AI-based titles for you. But now there's a new feature in here. So if you click on this little button here, you can regenerate the title. And if you click on this, you get a list of options. You can generate or regenerate the title based on making it more interesting, catchy, serious, or asking a question. And as we know, questions are the things that a lot of people do search for within YouTube. How do I X? What kind of X do I need for Y? Things like that. So right now, it's already based on a question. Is DaVinci a better alternative to Adobe for post-production editing? Well, that's a matter of opinion, but it's already obviously generated a question based on the video. So what if I now change this to say, I want to make it more interesting. We all want to be more interesting. So let's click on this and see what it does. I'm going to do that now. Now, yesterday when I tried this, it broke. It said we cannot do this function. So obviously it's still in beta and there's a few things, but now it says, forget the subscription model, fire, and whatever that is. Okay, so it's created an interesting title from the original one. Let's try another one for giggles. Let's try catchy. What is it going to do with that? So I'm hoping it takes the original one and regenerates, or is it going to take this one and then regenerate that? So it's now said, forget Adobe, the ultimate video editing software comparison. Okay, so that's not bad. And let's do serious. Why not do a few while we're here? And it comes back with, our survey says, revolutionizing post-production. Discover the game-changing alternatives to Adobe. It's a bit dramatic, don't you think? I mean, I was only talking about whether you should pay for a subscription for Adobe and things like that. But anyway, interestingly, so you can see, again, you've got some options here. You don't have to take the one that it already creates. I think a lot of people were originally taking the title generated in Opus, throwing it into ChatGPT, and then seeing what it would come up with. All right, interesting. Let's leave it at that. Let's go on to the next topic. Next up is mid-form videos. Now, these can be selected from your main long-form content, and they are the perfect length, obviously, between short and long, so you can get your point across completely whilst keeping your audience interested and obviously making you some big money. All right, next up, we're going to look at mid-form clip generator. A mouthful. I'm going to use the same length again that I did before. Now this video is only 6 minutes long, so the only options it's going to give me is, 90 seconds to 3 minutes, 3 minutes to 5, and 5 minutes to 10. So obviously everything else is grayed out. Now what is annoying to me is that it won't allow you to create a mid-form clip from a clip you've already created. Now that video is still stored in the back end, so wouldn't it be better, instead of me having to waste my minutes, maybe that's the idea, to create a mid-form clip from a video that I've already posted in here? So let me try that and show you what it means. Let me go back to the main dashboard. Let's go back to this 5-minute, 6-minute video that I've already posted. So obviously it's created these number of short form clips between 30 and 60 seconds. And if I go into one of them, there's no way that it's allowing me in the design here to actually, do anything with this in terms of making it a longer form clip. Now, I get that because it's a clip in itself, but wouldn't it be good if, based on the video that you've already got, you could actually create a mid-form content from that instead of re-uploading the video and selecting the different time ranges? So I'm not going to do that for the purposes of this. I'm not going to waste my minutes, but you get what I'm saying, right? So here's the same clip. And in order for me to get a mid-form clip now, so obviously 3 to 5 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes in this case, I would have to re-upload the clip, spend some more minutes, and create clips out of that. So something to note there. Interesting. Let's get on to the next topic. All right, so there you have it for version 3.0 features, but they have promised in a few months that they will be bringing out some more wonderful features to this software, and I'll just list them here real quick. So we're going to have, first of all, a new editor. So they've promised that the editing style will be more linear based, similar to what you have in Final Cut and DaVinci. So I hear, so that would be easier to navigate, especially if you're used to those types of editing platforms. You'll finally be able to upload your own font styles, specifically if you're doing things for other customers or you're doing stuff for your own brand, then obviously having your own font styles, which will be in keeping with your own look and feel. Content management is also coming, so you're going to get folder structures, project labeling, things like that. So be able to sort of split projects, especially if you're working with customers and stuff like that. You'll be able to upload multiple footages. I'm not quite sure what that means. Probably means that you'll be able to upload multiple videos at the same time instead of one at a time and waiting for it to process. There's going to be more visual effects, so transitions, some styles, some things that you would probably see in CapCut and stuff like that. And then some analytics. I don't know whether that means analytics based on the virality scoring or something else, but I don't know. Let's wait and see. I mean, Opus is definitely doing a lot to enhance their product. I use it quite a lot for my short form content. I'll be interested to see now using it more for the captioning, mid-form content, and other things like that. And how does this AI B-roll work? We shall find out. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, you know what to do. I will see you in the next one.